So this is a quick overview of what we'll be covering off in Module 3. The next concept is strategy informs us of how important and what performance levels we need from our various processes. A simple example of this might be, say, comparing Apple to Dell. Apple, of course, has a focus about innovation and market leadership, whereas Dell is a low-cost producer. They have a great order processing and manufacturing capability that allows them to quickly respond to customer needs. Same industry, but they have a completely different strategy and therefore focus on different areas. Apple has great stores, a great buying environment, and great and high level of service. Dell, on the other hand, doesn't have stores. They focus on an electronic web-based order processing, on incredibly effective manufacturing processes that actually run with a negative cash flow, but they also have great customer service. So some of the processes, like customer service, are strategically important to both businesses, and others are unique. And of course, there are countless examples that we are all aware of. Things like Walmart compared to, a high-end clothier, for example. Very different strategies, even though they're satisfying the same area. Fancy restaurants compared to McDonald's and so forth. So it's important that we learn how to understand what our strategy expects from our processes and how well our processes meet those needs. To do that, we're going to take our strategy map and list the objectives down the left side of a matrix. Then across the top, we're going to list your core processes. And then we'll be able to rate and rank the impact and performance of each process against each strategic objective. So eventually we'll come up with a grid like this that will allow us to identify great performing processes and processes where we probably need to provide better support in order to achieve our strategic objectives. We can actually provide a score across this matrix, begin giving you a vision and visible representation of how well your processes are working and what the performance gap is between how they're currently working and how they need to perform to achieve strategic success. We can also take a look at the individual processes and give you a level of visibility there as well. So ultimately, what you'll end up with through this module is a vision of the linkage and performance of your current processes, a visual representation of how it's performing where the gaps are, and also a visual representation of how well each process works and where those gaps are on a process level.